everyone, my name is Jason, and this is Pause Mode. Well, between the crazy election primaries in the US and the crazy EU stuff happening across the pond, I figured this time around we'd jump back onto the neo-geo bandwagon. It's pretty clear the world's in need of some heroes, so why not the World Heroes? Released for the original Neo-Geo in the arcades, World Heroes is the product of ADK, a Japanese game development company who started life out with the world's first arcade mahjong game. As time went on, they would eventually focus all of their game creations on SNK's arcade hardware, producing a total of 13 titles, 4 of which were the World Hero series. So what are the characters you duke it out with? Well, World Heroes' quick fix for a storyline involves you heading throughout time and history to find the best warriors on Earth, or from a proper perspective, just seeing the game characters' designs from another game. It's fairly obvious Street Fighter II's core roster was the inspiration for everyone, down to the palette swap and the limb extensions. What was nice is that rather than go for the stereotypes like Street Fighter, they instead applied these designs to the historical figures. Jan is clearly Joan of Arc, Rasputin is fairly obvious, and so forth. This approach to historical figures would carry on with World Heroes 2 and Jet with some minor comical touches. It appears the US's best choice for a historical figure is a brutal Joe Montana. Other nifty takes include ADK's idea of Jack the Ripper, a Nazi cyborg, and the pirate Captain Kidd. Captain Kidd's actually my favorite one just because his fireball is an entire pirate ship. Gameplay-wise, it's on your standard 1-on-1 fighting game, with World Heroes going for a simpler control route. Rather than Street Fighter's 6-button layout, it uses a 3-button configuration. 1 punch, 1 kick, and a throw button are your means of attack, though both punch and kick may be held down a little bit longer for a stronger setup. This eventually gave way to a 4-button setup like SNK's games, with the third strength coming from pressing both punch and both kicks at the same time. World Heroes' most interesting concept to the genre was Deathmatch Mode, which it found in the first 2 games. Rather than focus on just the fighters, Deathmatch Mode brought ring hazards into play. This means you could be set on fire, electrified, or have a tug-of-war match with your health bars. Purists may stray from the concept, but I found them to be a nice little change of pace when you didn't feel like playing the standard game. World Heroes enjoyed a fairly healthy life on the Neo-Geo, spawning the original game in 3 sequels: World Heroes 2, Jet, and Perfect. 2 almost doubled the roster, Jet added faster gameplay and mixed up the fight requirements, while Perfect was the send-off tile with fan-requested changes and additions like the Super Meter. World Heroes Legacy was never really properly translated home during its heyday, with random games in the series appearing on random systems, including the Genesis, the Super Nintendo, and even the Japanese Turbo Duo arcade card. If you're looking to snag all 4 games, you really only have 4 options, and all those choices have problems. The first 3 are obviously buying them on one of SNK's rigs, being the MVS, AES, and CD. The CD is probably the easiest of the 3 to snag, especially if you go the Japanese route. They're also fairly cheap. The home and arcade carts are fairly doable, and truthfully nowhere near as scary as they could be when compared to other Neo-Geo games when it comes to the price. The 4th option, and probably the absolute easiest of the 4 legit ways, is the World Heroes Anthology on PlayStation 2. A single disc with all 4 games could be had for $10 or less with the right amount of patience. The caveat? Due to the Neo-Geo's native resolution and the way emulation works, the PlayStation 2 game may not function properly on certain flat-screen TVs. Becky has her PS2 hooked up to a flat screen with component cables, and while we were able to navigate the main menu, once we got to the selected game, an error message popped up saying the resolution is not supported. This also applied to both of the Fatal Fury compilation discs, so you may want to research your TV's option settings before you go buying the games. Alright guys, that does it for this week. Have a great weekend, play some games, relax, and enjoy the sun. Till next episode, we'll see you then. Take care.